Imagine living your best life in Thailand. This subscriber was based in Jomtien in Pattaya. He had a girlfriend, he had a great routine, and he was loving life. And then he got deported. So without further delay, let's jump into today's Thailand story. Hi Dan, I'm a regular subscriber to your channel and will be renewing my subscription in a few days. You've mentioned before that you'll read any Thailand related stories, not just the bad or unfortunate situations involving foreigners and Thai women. You've read a couple of my stories in the past, so thank you for that. You, your followers and your subscribers are usually very good at giving advice in the comment section, and I'm hoping they can help me with my current situation. So I had planned to eventually apply for a retirement visa in Thailand, but I needed some time to get my funds together. I took advice from a visa agency and followed what they suggested. So I explained my situation to them, and they told me that to stay longer, while I built up the required funds, I could extend my initial 45-day entry by another 30 days. I entered Thailand on January the 3rd on that 45-day visa. They also told me I was allowed 2 land border runs to Cambodia within 1 year. On top of that, if I flew out before my final 30-day extension expired and then flew back in, I would receive another 30-day visa stamp. So Dan, that's exactly what I did. I followed their advice and during that time managed to save enough money to apply for my retirement visa if they would let me back in. Well, you can probably guess what happened. They didn't let me back into Thailand. I was deported. Thai immigration told me I had stayed too long on a tourist visa. Now what I don't understand is why they allow extensions and border runs if they're just going to refuse entry anyway. From what I understood, a tourist can stay up to around 180 days using extensions and border runs. Now, not only was it humiliating, it was also incredibly upsetting. I flew out to Malaysia and then attempted to fly back into Thailand with just a backpack of essentials, fully expecting to return. Most of my belongings were still in Jomtien, Pattaya, with my girlfriend, including important documents and my laptop. I then had to decide whether to return to America or stay in Malaysia. So I chose Malaysia, so I could stay closer and try to figure out how to retrieve my things. The saddest part is that I had built a life there. I made great friendships and felt like part of the community in that small beach town. I had a daily routine, kept myself busy, and honestly felt as happy as a seagull with a French fry. I really fell in love with life in Jomtien. People knew me by name and I was always treated well. My girlfriend and I lived together and shared a good life. Things felt really stable. Now, I was excited about applying for my retirement visa and was even planning to lease a condominium. But that plan came to an abrupt end at immigration. I later got some advice and was told that even though I hadn't overstayed and hadn't technically broken any rules, it ultimately comes down to the discretion of the immigration officer whether to let you in or not. I asked the officer when I might be able to return, if at all, but I didn't get a clear answer. I'm now considering going back after 60 days in August and explaining my situation to immigration, including that I intend to apply for a retirement visa. If they still refuse entry, I'm even thinking about asking if I can wait at the airport for my girlfriend to bring me my belongings. This is a really difficult situation and I'm reaching out because you seem like someone who could offer some perspective. Maybe you or your viewers have experienced something similar and can give me advice on what to do. Now, I truly want to return to Thailand, but if that's not possible, then I'll accept it and apply properly through a Thai embassy in the United States. Right now, my main concern is retrieving my belongings. Thank you for your time, and I hope you're able to share my story. Best regards. Right guys, so the immigration rules in Thailand are constantly changing, especially for tourists. They don't want tourists coming in and out of the country as they see fit. In order to stay in Thailand long term, you do need to be some form of resident on a long-term visa. The tourist runs used to be very popular, going back and forth, but the rules are constantly changing and they're really trying to stop that from happening. And it can be at the discretion of the immigration officers, as they do hold a lot of power in Thailand. So, with that being said, what actually happened? The part that nobody tells you. Thailand doesn't just look at whether you follow the rules, they look at how you're using those rules. Visa exemption, extension, border runs, fly out, fly back, all legal on paper. But what immigration saw was this. Here's a guy clearly living in Thailand long term on a tourist setup. That's the problem. Not illegal, just not what they want. So why did they refuse him? So this guy triggered multiple red flags all at once. Long continuous stay on tourist entries, multiple border runs, pattern of living, not visiting, probably no strong reason to return, no job, no ties, no children, etc. So from the immigration officer's perspective, he wasn't a tourist anymore. He was an unofficial resident without the right visa. Now, the problem that he might get going back in 60 days is this. So if this guy plans to turn up after 60 days and state that he promises that he will behave this time and get a retirement visa in the future, it's not a convincing argument. To immigration, it looks like same guy, same pattern, same intention, and there's a real chance he gets refused again, and possibly much harder this time. The smarter play, less drama, more success. If he actually wants back in, he needs to stop improvising and do things properly. Apply from his home country, go to a Thai embassy, US in his case. Apply for a proper non-immigrant retirement visa. Show funds cleanly and clearly. And this obviously tells immigration, I'm not playing games anymore, and it's a much better look. And more than likely, he'll be granted straight back in with a smile. Or he could use a reputable visa service, not a cowboy outfit. They sometimes help smooth things over, especially if there's already a refusal on record. Now, in regards to retrieving his belongings, turning up at the airport hoping to camp there like a lost suitcase is optimistic. His better options are that his girlfriend ships everything, courier, DHL, whatever, or a trusted friend sends it, or he arranges a proper entry with the right visa first. Airports are not storage units for emotional crisis. The emotional side, the part that people underestimate, is that he didn't just lose a place. He lost his routine, social circle, relationship, identity in that environment. That seagull with a French fry line that he used, that's a man who finally relaxed and got snapped back to reality. So, the bottom line, he didn't break the law, but he pushed a system that runs on discretion, not strict logic, and discretion won. And if he wants back in, he needs to stop using tourist routes, apply properly, accept that immigration officers don't owe him anything. Thailand is amazing, right up until it reminds you that it's not your country. Now, I actually received this email quite a while back, but it slipped through the net. So that 60 days has probably passed by now. So I hope that he did manage to get in, or he did manage to sort his visa out, and he's now living happily on a retirement visa. I just hope he's not stuck back in his own home country with a bitter taste in his mouth. Over the years of living in Thailand, I've seen hundreds of videos, probably more, of people not being allowed entry into Thailand or being deported out of Thailand. And it normally comes down to the tourist visa and hopping in and out of the country. Thailand wants long-term residents, ideally with plenty of money in their pocket. They don't really want the backpacker crowd. They don't really want guys that are living there trying to play the system. They want you to have a large amount of money in a Thai bank account, 800,000 baht for your retirement visa. And every year you need to show proof that that 800,000 baht is sitting pretty in a Thai bank account within their country. And then you will get your retirement visa renewed and you can continue enjoying the country. Now, with the videos that I've seen over the past few months, there was a lot of people being denied entry into Thailand in Bangkok airport because they didn't have 20,000 baht in cash or in a Thai bank account to show that they're okay to live while on holiday in Thailand on a tourist visa. I've not done any digging into this, but there are a hell of a lot of videos with problems about this. So remember, if you're going to go to Thailand, you need to make sure that you can show that you have the funds to enjoy the country and you're not going to get any issues while you're there. Now, guys, if you've got a similar story or you've had problems with immigration, stick it down in the comments and let everybody know about it so people can be very careful when they decide to go to Thailand on holiday or they want to live there full time on a long-term visa. Apart from that, take it easy and ciao for now. Bye bye.